Watching my children this morning, I was reminded of something that's both true and sometimes paradoxical sounding, which is play is hard work. It really is hard work and really crucial in the life of our children. Stay tuned and let's talk. And before we get started, don't forget to like and subscribe below. That helps us to reach more families. All right, so what does this look like on the ground? Well, it might look like a gumbo or a roux, where you toss in the ingredients and then allow them to kind of simmer and sing together. So for a toddler, that might be, blocks or Lincoln logs and maybe some empty, paper towel rolls that they can use in their play. And then just to let them go. Now, given, whatever the concerns might be around safety, you might have to be there and be present, but let them dictate the play. Let them start what they do. It turns out that free-form, unstructured play is crucial, actually, in child development. And I think we are continuing to see growing body of research, both in animals and in humans, about how wonderful this is. And, I think from a parenting perspective, we know what the gift of play can mean in terms of, joy and creativity in our kids. But I thought it'd be helpful for us to just kind of review not only some of the basics and fundamentals, but why unstructured play, so play where we let, kids kind of dictate what happens, that it isn't a pre-planned, pre-packaged, totally arranged, or we're driving around the city to make it happen. This isn't a kind of a coached activity or parent-led activity, but why unstructured play that's allowed to be free and be as it is, in the mind of our children, why is that such a big deal? Well, it turns out that what we know and the areas of knowledge that we're growing in help us to know a couple of things about play. One is that when our brains are engaged in play, we're actually exciting the brain reward circuitry in our brain, right? And so there are natural feel-good things that our body and our brain allows us to know and to tap into that help us in an abundance of ways. And so it's just enjoyable. The other is, it turns out that unstructured play has a really good way of also decreasing our negative stress response that can come on for a host of things. And again, I don't have to tell you that we live in a time that has its own set of environmental, concerns and in both our home and in the world in general. And so, again, kind of a second benefit to the wonder of unstructured play. Thirdly, executive function. So often the kids that I'm seeing who struggle with this significantly. So you can think about maybe kids with ADHD as well, but even kids without that, we know that they test better, that their focus and attention are improved with moderate to vigorous cardiovascular activity, every day and at least several times a week. And so all of these things work together to help us to feel confident in recommending allow our kids to just play and express themselves in their play. All right. So what else is there in this with unstructured play for kids? Well, one is that the big B word is common, and I hear it all the time, and I know that you're hearing it a lot in your home too. Boredom. Mom, Dad, I'm bored. I have absolutely nothing to do. Unstructured playtime and more opportunities for it are part of the solution, are one of the tools that I want kids to have in their toolkit to help them to be able to conquer. So for older kids, of course, as the weather's getting better, that's helping us all in many ways. And so if they can be outside and, building with sticks and making fortresses, those empty Amazon, cardboard containers that are arriving at your home, to keeping your house well stocked. I mean, all those are kind of the perfect tools and building blocks for their next creative endeavor. For teens, I mean, maybe all they need are kind of the art supplies to get started, or that old Casio keyboard that's tucked away in the closet that nobody's been playing with. We want the ingredients there to allow for some unstructured time of creation and discovery in play. I'm Dr. Mitnaul. Thanks so much for watching.